Hi, I'm Eric with My Boring Channel, and I help people make websites. Now, if you haven't watched the first 3 videos in this series, I would recommend doing so. How to get a domain name, video number 1, how to get a web host, video number 2, and how to install a theme, video number 3. Keep in mind that anybody can do what I'm showing you how to do today, regardless of technical skill. Keep in mind also that this website that we're building is going to be really cheap, less than the cost of a latte per month. And also, your website's going to look very, very professional because we're using WordPress, the most powerful and popular website building software on the face of the planet, used by companies like Disney, Sony, eBay, and Best Buy. So, let's get started. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to install plugins. Plugins greatly enhance the functionality of your WordPress website, and the right plugins also help keep your website safe and secure. So I'm going to show you how to install 4 or 5 very essential plugins that I think everybody who's new to a WordPress website needs to have. So let's get started. So go to your URL followed by a /WP admin. You'll come to this page. Type in your username and your password and click login. Now today we're going to be installing a few plugins, essential plugins. The first thing we're going to do before installing any plugins is we're going to sign up for 2 accounts. We need a WordPress.com account and we need a Dropbox account. Dropbox is where we're going to save our WordPress backups. So it's essential to have these 2 accounts. And the WordPress.com account is going to make a couple of our plugins work. We're going to utilize the power of the WordPress.com cloud. So let's go ahead and sign up. Let's do WordPress.com first. Go ahead and click sign up right over here. Now none of this stuff really matters, so let's just click whatever. We're going to make our website about education and organizations, and then communities and associations, and then we're going to have, we can pick any of these, it doesn't matter. We're going to pick this theme, it doesn't matter. Now, one thing you got to do is you got to pick a domain, so make it interesting. How about Don Frank O? It's available. Okay, so there we go, donfranko.wordpress.com. We're going to select that. Now we're going to choose the free plan right over here. Now we're going to put in our email address. I just happen to have an email address called donfranko@gmail.com. We can also use that as our username, and then we need to choose a password. So choose a password that is complex and make sure you write it down somewhere and then click create my account. Now we have to go to our email and we have to confirm that we signed up. So let's go to our email. Here's the email we just got from WordPress.com. We're going to click confirm now, and now we can sign in here. So let's go ahead and do that. And now we have a WordPress.com account. So now we can use one of the plugins that we need. Actually, we need a WordPress.com account for 2 of the plugins we're going to use today. So now let's go ahead and sign up for a Dropbox account. Okay, so here we are at Dropbox. Scroll down a little bit and you'll see this here. Sign up for free or sign up free with Google. Since I already am signed into my Google account here, my Gmail account, I'm just going to sign up free with Google. Now this box pops up right here. And it tells me that Dropbox would like to view all these things. I'm going to click allow. And now I have to type in this garbage, which I can't read at all. And my password here. And then you have to click I agree to Dropbox terms and then click sign up. I got the captcha wrong, so I'm going to try it again. ROUTE tickets, sign up. Got it. Now we don't have to do the free download or any of this other stuff. What we do need to do is go to our email and check it. And we have a new email from Dropbox. We need to verify the email address. So open up the email and then click verify your email. And now here we are at Dropbox. Go ahead and click done here. We now have a Dropbox account. Okay, so we have our WordPress.com account, we have our Dropbox account, and now we are ready to start installing plugins. So let's go ahead and go back to our dashboard. Okay, so the first plugin we're going to deal with is called Akismet. So go over here to plugins and then click on installed plugins right here. Here is Akismet. Let's click activate right underneath it. Now we have to go up here where it says activate your Akismet account. Now since we're signed into WordPress.com, this is going to be easy. Now we have to enter an API key, and in order to do that we have to click here, get your API key. Get an Akismet API key. Now it asks us if we would like to log into Akismet using our WordPress.com account. We want to click approve to that. Since we are already signed in to our WordPress.com account, this is just going to work smoothly. Okay, we're going to click name your price over here. Now over here where it says $36 per year, we're going to slide this to the left until it says 0 per year. Now we're going to put our name in here and then click continue. Now it says it looks like you're adding a site, and we're going to click activate this site. So here's our API key. We can go ahead and leave these things as they are and then click save changes. We have now set up Akismet, which is awesome because Akismet is the most powerful spam protection that exists, in my opinion. Having Akismet activated on your WordPress website will protect you from spam, and that is a great thing. Okay, so let's go ahead back to plugins and install plugins right here. Click that, and now we can look and we can see that Akismet is activated and working. Let's go ahead and delete this one. We don't need it. Now, the next plugin we're going to install is called Jetpack. Jetpack is a much maligned plugin for WordPress that does a lot of things. Some people say it's bloated and causes problems. I say it's one of the most useful plugins ever created for WordPress, and especially useful for people who are new to WordPress. Jetpack is actually created by the makers of WordPress themselves, so it's a well-coded plugin. It provides massive functionality to your WordPress website. It really does supercharge your website. So let's go ahead to plugins over here on the left and then down to add new right here. Click add new, and then in the search box here type in Jetpack. One thing I want to point out to you when we're installing plugins, usually you should click on more details and look at the plugin. But since the plugins we're going to be installing today are already well-known plugins that I think are excellent, we don't need to do this for all these, but I'm going to show you if you want to install plugins on your WordPress website, you should always check the details. Click on details and then look at this stuff over here. Author, automatic. These are the people who make WordPress. These people know what they're doing. Last updated 1 week ago. You don't want something that was updated a year ago because it probably won't be compatible with the latest version of WordPress. So you want things that are regularly updated. Active installs, 1 million plus. That's a lot of active installs, folks. So look at these things over here. Make sure that it's a popular plugin. Make sure that it's regularly updated. And if you scroll down a little bit more, you can see that the average rating is 4 stars based on a lot of ratings. And that's important to look at as well. You can see that there are a lot of 1-star reviews for Jetpack, which normally isn't a good thing. But like I said, Jetpack is kind of a controversial plugin. Some people think it's overly bloated. And usually it's people who are really experienced with WordPress and they think they need to do everything themselves. But really, folks, Jetpack automates a lot of things for you. I think it's a very important plugin for people who are new to WordPress. So let's click Install Now. Now let's click Activate Plugin. And now it tells you that you need to connect to WordPress.com. That's going to be easy because we have already signed up for a WordPress.com account and we are already signed into it. So click on Connect to WordPress.com. Now it's going to tell us that we are connecting as, in my case it's Don Franco. This is the username I used when I signed up for the WordPress.com account. So now I'm going to click Approve. Now I'm going to click Skip here because we're not going to do Jumpstart. I'm going to show you which modules we should activate. Okay, so now over here on the left you'll see Jetpack. Let's go ahead and right underneath Jetpack, let's click on Settings right here. Now these are all the different modules that are included in Jetpack. Each one of these modules is almost like a separate plugin, and that's why some people say Jetpack is bloated. But we can easily turn off the modules we don't want and then activate the modules we do want. Okay, so Beautiful Math, let's deactivate. Carousel is one that I want to activate because it's really cool. I'll show you later what it can do. Comments, we can leave deactivated for now. Contact form, we'll leave activated. Custom CSS, we will leave activated. For now, we can go ahead and deactivate custom content types. We may want to use it in the future, but for now we can leave it deactivated. Enhanced distribution allows our website to be found in more ways, so we'll leave that activated. Extra sidebar widgets we can leave activated because that just gives us more options when we're setting up widgets. Now this one I like to deactivate because it can slow down your website a little bit. So let's deactivate that one. Infinite scroll, I absolutely hate because it allows you to scroll down forever, and I just hate that when I'm a user on a website. This one I can't really explain. Let's deactivate it just to alleviate any extra fluff on our website. Likes, well, this is a WordPress.com thing. Other WordPress users can like your website, so I usually leave it off because I think it's just more fluff. Manage, this is if you want to manage multiple websites, we can leave that off. Markdown we can leave off. Mobile theme. This website will already look great on a mobile theme, so we can leave that off. This is for monitoring your website's uptime or downtime. I would leave that off. Notifications we can deactivate. That's if you want to receive. Notifications we can leave off. That's just some more WordPress.com fluff. OmniSearch is kind of cool. It allows you to search your whole website from the dashboard. Photon is an interesting one. This is a CDN. It helps your images load faster. If you're not a photographer or something like that, I would go ahead and activate this one. Post by email was the next one. Let's see here. I'll scroll down. Post by email. I never post by email, so I'm going to deactivate that one. Protect is really cool. It helps protect your website from brute force attacks. That's awesome. Leave that on. Publicize. We're going to leave that on because that's awesome. Related posts, if you want links to related articles to show up at the bottom of your articles, then you would leave that on. Now on my actual website, I actually have that on, but we don't have any articles on this one, so let's leave that off right now. Sharing, I'm going to leave that on because I like the sharing buttons that Jetpack provides. Shortcode embeds, I'm going to deactivate. Single sign-on, we can leave off. Site icon. We don't have to worry about that. Site stats is really cool. We're going to leave that on. Site verification, we can deactivate that for now. Site maps, we can leave that activated. Spelling and grammar, if you're needing help with spelling and grammar, you can leave that activated. I'm going to deactivate it. Subscriptions. Subscriptions, one of my favorite things about Jetpack. We're going to leave that activated. Tiled galleries, another one of my favorite things about Jetpack. We're going to activate that. Video press, we're going to leave that off. That allows you to store videos on your WordPress website and it costs money. Short links, we can leave that on. And widget visibility, we can leave that on or off. It doesn't matter. This allows you to have some widgets show up on some pages and not on other pages. I actually like this for a variety of reasons, which I can explain later. But for now, we'll go ahead and deactivate that. So now we just have a few modules activated, and they are modules that I really like. Before we get into the next plugin, I'm going to show you what some of these modules from Jetpack can actually do. Let's go to my website here, myboringchannel.net. There's an article I wrote called WordPress Image Galleries Made Easy. And so there's a tutorial on how to use the carousel and tiled galleries in this article, which I recommend you read. But for the time being, I'm going to scroll down and show you the type of galleries you can achieve using Jetpack's tiled galleries and carousel modules. See this awesome gallery here? This is a tiled mosaic. Now you can also just do square tiles like this. You can do circles like this. You can do a variety of different types of image galleries. Now, when you click on one of the images, it will open up the carousel. And then you can scroll through the carousel and see the images. That is pretty awesome, and it works very well on a mobile device also. Then you can click the little X here to get out of the carousel. I think that's pretty awesome. In my footer on myboringchannel.net, you will see this, subscribe to my blog. This is the subscriptions module in Jetpack. Users can put their email address in here and click subscribe and subscribe to my website's blog posts so that every time I write a blog post, they will be automatically notified. That's pretty cool, and that's very powerful, and that's completely free if you use Jetpack. That's amazing. Also, the subscriptions module allows folks to subscribe to a blog post's comments. So, For instance, if they leave a comment in here and then somebody responds to their comment, if they have clicked this box, notify me of follow-up comments by email, then if somebody responds to their comments on this post, they will automatically get an email. This is a powerful, powerful feature of Jetpack, folks. It's amazing that it's free. Now, also, on the bottom of my articles, you will see these sharing buttons. These are the sharing buttons provided by Jetpack. They are very nice looking, and when folks click on those, they can automatically share your article with folks on their own social media sites. Nice. These are just some of my favorite features of Jetpack, and I wanted you to see them in action to see how useful they really are. Let's go ahead and install our next essential plugin. So go to Plugins over here, and then click on Add New. Type in UpdraftPlus and click Enter. This plugin here will help us back up our WordPress website, and it does it automatically. That's awesome, and it's free. Go ahead and click Install Now. Now click Activate Plugin. Here's UpdraftPlus. Let's go ahead and click on Settings right here. Let's go ahead and X out of this little message right here and click on Settings. Now, we want our files to back up automatically, so let's have it do it once a week, and we can retain 2 scheduled backups. We will also do our database once a week. Now, as you can see, you can do it a lot more often. If you write a lot of content, you may want to do it more often. So scroll down a little bit here. We are going to use, for remote storage, Dropbox. And that's why we signed up for a Dropbox account earlier. So click Dropbox. Now down here it tells you that Dropbox is a great choice, blah, blah, blah. Now we can scroll down a little bit here and we see this here, Authenticate with Dropbox. We have to do this. Let's go ahead and click Save Changes first, and then scroll down to, oh, right here it says click here to authenticate your Dropbox account. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, since we are already signed into Dropbox, we should come to this screen. So go ahead and click Allow. Now we get this message that says Success. You have authenticated your Dropbox account. That is beautiful. Let's go ahead and finish looking at our settings real quick. So we have it set to back up weekly automatically. We have it set to back up to Dropbox, which is great. We are going to include everything in our backup. So we're going to check plugins, themes, uploads, and any other directories. And if we want, we can be sent an email when the backup occurs. So go ahead and check that as well. Now click Save Changes. We are all set up with UpdraftPlus. This is a very important plugin because you need to have your WordPress website backed up in case anything catastrophic ever occurs. So now let's go back to current status here and click Backup Now. It's going to include all these things in the backup, and it's going to send the backup to remote storage. Click Backup Now. Now the backup will occur and you don't have to do anything, and all your files and your database and everything will be uploaded to Dropbox. Now if anything catastrophic ever occurs, you can restore your WordPress website with this plugin as well. Obviously I'm not going to show you how to do that because we don't need to restore our website right now, but here's the restore button if it ever comes to it. You can see here that files are being uploaded to remote storage. When the job is done, you will get this message that says, the backup apparently succeeded and is now complete. Awesome. You have run your first backup of your WordPress website, and now backups will occur automatically once per week. Okay, now let's get the next essential plugin. Hover over Plugins and click on Add New. Type in Optimize Database. Now we want to install this plugin here. Let's click on More Details, which you should always do before installing plugins. We can see that it was last updated 5 days ago. That's good. The author keeps it updated. We can see that it's got a 5-star rating based on a lot of ratings. That's good. We can see that it has over 60,000 active installs. That's good. Folks, this is a good plugin. Remember to always check those things out before installing plugins. Now, click Install Now. Now, let's click Activate Plugin. Now, here, let's click on Settings. Scroll down a bit. We want this plugin to delete revisions older than 7 days. You can set that to be whatever you want. but I don't like my website to be storing a bunch of old revisions as that clutters up the database. Now this plugin is important because it basically is like changing the oil in your car. It keeps your WordPress website running smoothly, and it keeps your database uncluttered and clean so that your website runs smoothly and quickly. We're going to put 0 in here because we want it to delete all revisions. We want it to delete trashed items, spammed items, unused tags. We want it to do all these things. Now we're also going to schedule it to run once weekly. And we want it to run, say, I don't know, in the middle of the night sometime. These two boxes will just show additional buttons which will make running this plugin easier. Now, we don't want to check any of these boxes because we want this plugin to optimize all these tables. So now click Save Settings. Now, if you want to run the optimization, scroll to the bottom and click Go to Optimizer. Now click Start Optimization. Scroll down to see the results, and we can see that we saved 7.9 kilobytes, which is really nothing, but as you use your WordPress website a lot and write a lot of pages and posts, the savings will be much greater. Now you also see that there's an Optimized Database button here as a result of checking that one box that we checked, and there's also an Optimized Database button over here to make your life a little bit easier. Now, there are a couple other plugins that I think are important. I don't know if they fit in my essential plugins list, but they are important. So let's go ahead and click Add New. And one of these plugins is called Yoast. Yoast SEO. This plugin allows you to write more search engine friendly pages and posts. So it's an important one. Let's click Install Now. And then click Activate Plugin. I'm not going to show you how to use that plugin in this video, but if you want to know how to use it, you should check with me. The last one I'm going to talk about, let's click Add New again. The last one I'm going to talk about is a caching plugin. Now there are a lot of caching plugins to choose from. Personally, I like W3 Total Cache, but it's very complex, and they also haven't updated it for a while, which is troubling to me. So most WordPress websites need a caching solution because it just helps your website run smoother. Some people would disagree with me and say that not all WordPress websites need a caching solution, especially ones that don't get a lot of traffic. So it's kind of your decision. It's not completely essential, but having a caching plugin will help your website run faster. Okay, the plugin I recommend for caching is called Simple Cache. Go ahead and click on Install Now. Click Activate Plugin, and then click Turn on Caching. Now, Simple Cache will just work and your website should load faster. But let's go ahead and click on Settings to see what's happening. Enable caching? Yes. Enable compression? Yes. Go ahead and click Save Changes. And now, when we visit our website, things should be much faster than they were. So let's go ahead and click on Plugins, and then click on Installed Plugins. We can now see we have Akismet activated. We have Jetpack. We have Optimized Database after deleting revisions, Simple Cache, UpdraftPlus, and Yoast. Our website should now run quickly and should be much more secure. Thanks for watching my video today. I hope you learned a lot. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to write pages and posts, including a blog page, an About Us page, and a contact page with a cool contact form. So stick around and watch the next video. Thanks again, and please subscribe.